Hello, welcome back to Black and Blue Garage. This is part 2 of the Ford High Pinion Dana 44 axle build. If you remember in the last video, we talked about this panhard mount and how it's not really strong enough now that I've carved it down to make room for this bracket, which holds on my steering assist ram. So what I've done now is I've made these foam templates, and those are going to go right here to hold this thing from moving side to side. And I've also made a bracket to attach this panhard mount to this C-gusset right here, and that'll help strengthen it up a lot from moving forward and backward. So now all I got to do is cut out these brackets and get them welded onto the axle. Up and cool down differently, just like aluminum and mild steel does. And so when you weld regular mild steel to cast steel, because they cool off at different temperatures, you have to wrap a heat blanket so that they equalize temperatures. Otherwise, one will cool off way faster than the other and it will crack your window. That's why it's got a cozy blanket. Hey, it's Black and Blue Garage. This is my buddy Zach, and he's helping me with my gears.
Yep.
Does this even come with like all the little yellow stuff you paint it with? I see him do on TV.
Yeah, it's right here.
Nice. Hey, so I decided I'm just gonna leave those seals in there.
Why? You got new ones.
You have a seal installer?
Yeah, it's called a piece of tubing or a broomstick.
Ooh, it's sicker. Is that ever how to get them out?
Well, I beat them out with a piece of tubing and I reinstalled them with a long broom and a hammer and a socket.
Cool then. Is that what these are?
Yeah. With the little cones on them.
Red Loctite.
It comes with it right there. It comes with red Loctite.
I'm an idiot.
Comes with everything you need.
I didn't know that.
And that's really good Loctite. Works well.
Okay. I pressed in my ball joint eliminator bushings with the press. And when I did so,
I thought they just thread in up here. Right?
Those do.
So where's the brass bushing go?
In the knuckle.
Oh.
Yeah, but when I'm
Right, so this piece right here's. I thought this presses into the knuckle.
No, that should be a slip tip. So that's the pin that it pivots on.
Oh.
And it's that and the bushing move.
What holds this, or if your lower ball joint goes, what stops that from just sliding off?
Just rely on keeping your tires in the ground.
Oh, interesting. Works for me.
So,
I've never done ball joint eliminators.
the theory I think is to not let your lower ball joint break, and also that lower ball joints don't really break.
The main thing, I've honestly never even really broken a ball joint. It's usually the U joint breaks and pushes the ball joints out.
The what?
If
U joint breaks the
spreads the ears and it'll pound the ball joints out, or the knuckle off the ball joints.
Did you want these? Are they the bigger ones?
Those are standard.
Do you want them as spares, or should I keep them as spares?
You might want them as spares or Thomas. You do have a V8.
Yeah.
And one of these times I'm going to talk you into using all of it.
It's like your grandmother's V8. I was a little disappointed that to grease RCVs, it's at the end of the shaft, which is a genius idea, but then I could pull
Your lockout apart.
my lockout every time I grease it.
Right.
You like my tractor?
Yeah, not bad. I was gonna start driving it around till you woke up, but I couldn't find the keys.
You weren't waking me up, dude.
You were that out of it. I also did not bring along with not bringing these, I forgot to bring a bearing race driver.
So,
I figured you might actually have one.
I have one.
The Harbor Freight set? That's what I have. I have the same one. Do you have a real hammer?
I have hammers. What kind of hammer?
Heavy.
I have various hammers. There's a brass one. As I was doing stuff yesterday, right?
I don't know if that's heavy enough.
My transfer case. A heavier hammer.
I mean, yep, that might do.
Teach me what you're doing.
So you press this bearing on there, okay?
Yes.
Make sure you remember your oil slinger on there. You press it on, pretty much forget about it after that.
You don't have to take it off unless there's shims behind it.
Yeah, so I take the old one off
Yeah.
to make sure there's not shims behind it, because sometimes if it been rebuilt by somebody, they do weird shit like that. And then I just start measuring out on the pinion shims that were on it and put it together exactly how it was, because 9 out of 10 times I've had it be dead on pinion depth wise. Ring gear, when you change carriers, it changes quite a bit, but for pinions, when it comes to the pinion, it's very much usually dead on. Sometimes the pinion preloads a little off, so you gotta adjust that. That's what these shims are.
I don't have a rolling torque wrench, though. Unless you're just gonna feel it.
And I guess we'll just feel it. I forgot to bring my bar style torque wrench.
I don't have one.
These shims right here are your preload shims.
I've seen a bunch of people do it on YouTube. Watching someone.
Is that because you're one of them YouTube mechanics?
Yeah, so I'm trying to get internet set up in here so I can put a TV, and then I'll know what I'm doing too. What size do you suppose those are? 11 D16s? On the money!
Did you read the paper in the box? It tells you with the torque spec.
Oh, it is cool. It gives you gear pattern and everything.
Yep. I don't know if we're going to go off that one or if we're going to go off the one on Yukon's website.
Ring gear bolts for, oh hell, what size are these?
11/16 head.
They look like 3/8.
I can tell you right now, I don't think I've ever torqued a ring gear bolt. Also, Thomas, so you see, how many different bolts did they give you? Did they give you both lengths?
No,
I'm going to go with 7/8. Because each one of those lines is 1/8 of an inch.
got red Loctite in it.
Right? I will say, I'm glad you at least cleaned it all out. That's my least favorite part.
I almost got high yesterday.
You were in here with the thing.
Because I forgot to open the door, and that brake clean was apparently if you buy the Walmart brand,
Yeah.
it's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff. So you're saying you got hot?
There's only half as much in there, but it's strong.
Thomas is just fucking in the garage by himself getting high.
I thought I painted this actually yellow.
You know what's really entertaining is your camera's not even pointed at the diff that I'm building.
Oh, that's okay. We can do different camera angles. You want to be in the spot? Here we go.
Race, but once you drive the race in, it's not going to spin, and it fits at the same place that the shims and bearing are going to press.
So if I was to guess, the concave slinger just holds oil into the.
Well, yeah, I already got the concave one in, unless I put it in the wrong spot. Oh, yeah, no, I probably put it in the wrong spot.
I actually took a picture.
Well, because this was sitting on the pinion, so I thought it went there.
I took this photo before I took any bearings or shims out of the diff.
Oh, I see.
I can put up music. What kind of music would you like?
Do you just have a radio station?
No.
Yeah.
I got
I don't know.
Bluetooth.
You got some rocks and rolls?
Alright, YouTube. This is going to have to conclude part 2 of this build because I'm still waiting for a lower ball joint for that side and a couple other things. But I've got one knuckle on. It's really nice that RCV shafts go through the Ford Dana 44 knuckles. That way I don't have to mess with. This ram clears everything I wanted to clear and is as far over to the passenger side as I wanted. It looks like when I steer this knuckle all the way to the left, my steering is going to clear just fine. My tie rod will go on top of the stock location, and then the steering will go on top of the high steer arm, and I'll have to adjust that a little bit, and I may have to move my panhard bar to the top hole just so that the geometry matches and stuff. But this is looking pretty good. I'm impressed. I'm really grateful for Zach coming out and helping me with the gears. I think that if I bought some of that tooling, I could probably do it myself next time. So thank you, Zach. I owe you one. So join me next weekend. I'm going to finish up that knuckle and get the shafts in. I'll get the hubs and the brakes and everything assembled to include the new worn lockouts with the new little gear in there. We figured out how to get the new little gear inside the hubs. With that, I'll see you next weekend. God bless. And don't forget that everything that you see here, it's 100% not perfect.
You're gonna, when you go back to work, you're just gonna start walking around with a video on your hand or on your head, and this way you can
upload them all to the service report.
Yeah.
It's a spy.
This is what I did all day. It's just you in your.
It took me 3 times as long as I'd tape it, but.
It's just you in your service truck, editing YouTube videos, editing your work videos all day. Like, this is what I did for 5 minutes, and then I spent the last 13 hours.
2 hours sitting in your truck. We've been waiting on this other thing for AC. I had to do my service report.